In modern Chinese politics, the paramount leader of the Communist Party of China and the state is an informal term that refers to the most prominent political leader in the People's Republic of China. The paramount leader is not a formal position nor an office unto itself. The term gained prominence during the era of Deng Xiaoping, who was able to wield power without necessarily holding any official or formally significant party or government positions. The term has been used less frequently to describe Deng's successors, who have all formally held both the offices of General Secretary of the Communist Party of China and President of the People's Republic of China, and are therefore usually referred to as President in the international scene, the title used by most other Republican heads of state, even though the party position of General Secretary is generally regarded by scholars as the post whose holder can be considered paramount leader, and the President is a largely ceremonial office according to the Constitution. Hence Xi Jinping is considered to have become paramount leader in November 2012 upon his becoming General Secretary, rather than in March 2013 when he succeeded Hu Jintao as president. History: Chairman Mao Zedong was the undisputed ruler of Communist China beginning in 1949. At one point Mao held 3 chairman offices: Chairman of the Communist Party of China, Chairman of the Central Military Commission and Chairman of the People's Republic of China, making him the leader of the party, military and state respectively. Following the Cultural Revolution, a rough consensus emerged within the party that the worst excesses were caused by the lack of checks and balances in the exercise of political power and the resulting rule of personality by Mao. Beginning in the 1980s, the leadership experimented with a quasi-separation of powers, whereby the offices of General Secretary, President, and Premier were held by different people. For example, in 1985, the General Secretary was Hu Yaobang, the President was Li Xianyan, and the Premier was Zhou Ziyang. However, Deng Xiaoping was still recognized as the core of the leadership during this period. Both Hu and Zhou fell out of favor in the late 1980s, but Deng was able to retain ultimate political control. The term paramount leader has been applied to Deng's successors, Jiang Zemin and Hu Jintao, though it is generally recognized that they did not wield as much power as Deng, despite their having held more offices of leadership. There has also been a greater emphasis on collective leadership, whereby the top leader is a first among equals style figure, exercising power with the consensus of the Politburo Standing Committee. This was particularly apparent during the tenure of Hu Jintao. Beginning in 1993, Jiang formally held the 3 offices that made him the head of the party: State and Military, General Secretary of the Communist Party of China, the leader of the party and the highest-ranking position, President of the People's Republic of China, the largely ceremonial head of state under 1982 Constitution. Chairman of the Central Military Commission, Commander-in-Chief of the People's Liberation Army. When Jiang left the offices of General Secretary and President in 2002 and 2003, respectively, he held on to the position of Chairman of the Central Military Commission. Military power had always been an important facet in the exercise of political power in communist-ruled China, and as such holding the top military post meant that Jiang retained some formal power. Thus between 2002 and 2004, when Jiang finally stepped down from his last formal post, it was ambiguous who the paramount leader was at the time. Hu Jintao held the same trio of positions during his years in power. Hu transitioned all 3 positions onto his successor, Xi Jinping, between November 2012, when Xi became General Secretary of the Communist Party and Chairman of the Central Military Commission, and March 2013, when Xi became President. Since Xi Jinping's ascendance to power, 2 new bodies, the National Security Commission and Central Leading Group for Comprehensively Deepening Reforms, have been established, ostensibly concentrating political power in the paramount leader to a greater degree than anyone since Deng. These bodies were tasked with establishing the general policy direction for national security as well as the agenda for economic reform. Both groups are headed by General Secretary. List of leaders: to date, paramount leader has been applied to 6 individual Chinese leaders. Generations of leadership: First administration, second administration, third administration, Wen administration, Xia Li administration. See also: List of leaders of the Communist Party of China, Chairman of the Communist Party of China, General Secretary of the Communist Party of China. Chairman of the Central Military Commission, Generations of Chinese Leadership, Orders of Precedence in the People's Republic of China, List of Chinese Leaders, Supreme Leader, Maximum Leader. References